welcome to your yoga class for Parkinson's. So my name is Elisabeth, and I'm teaching from the Atlas Studio of Holistic Health and Contemplative Education. So we're going to use a chair to help us today, and we're going to do some parts in standing. The other thing you need to get is a tennis ball or yoga tune-up ball, anything like that, something that you might have around the house. We're going to use that for part of our series as well, just to change it up a little bit. So you're going to grab a chair. You want something that doesn't have wheels, something that's steady, ideally without the armrest on it, because you need to be able to move freely, but something that is sturdy. So if you have a yoga mat, you want at least 2 legs of this chair on that mat. You don't want it to be going anywhere and sliding out from under you. It should be very supportive. You may have it set up in your living room. You might have a kitchen chair that's steady. So any of those work just fine. So you're going to have your feet flat on the ground, and you're going to be up a little bit from your chair, from the back of that chair, just so you have some movement and you're not touching your spine to the back of the chair, so you're comfortable. So in this yoga class that I teach, it's a bit of a gentle stretch. Do what feels right for you. Listen to your body. Don't push it, right? You know, every day is a new and exciting day, and some days our body is totally into it, and other days it says forget it. So don't do it. Reach for water anytime you like, and have a good time. Be comfortable. And there's places we can go if things are a little much for you. When we're seated, we're going to start off in mountain pose. So your feet are flat on the ground. Your hands are on your thighs, and they can be palm down or they can be palms facing up, whatever you choose. And we're just going to take a few breaths here. Take a deep inhale, fill your lungs full of air, and exhale. Let it all go. Inhale and exhale. And just breathe. All you need to do right now. Just breathe. So anytime throughout our practice, you can always come back to this posture as we're seated. Is in mountain pose. Always a good place to be. Okay? So we're just breathing. Nothing more to worry about. Letting everything else go. Taking a little bit of time to calm, to relax, to settle in, just to slow down. Sometimes we're very busy and it's hard to calm and settle, and yet we need to calm and settle. And the best way to get us there is to breathe full breaths, something we do not tend to do. You always have shallow breaths. You let that go, bend your arms to either side, have space, and make fists, rotate, open your fingers, moving one direction and the other direction. And then start to make circles. So make sure you've got space and you're not close to anybody or too near anything. And try and make big circles, as big as you can. Sometimes our movements become a little bit smaller. So the goal is to be large. And then come the other way, big movements. It's all about the big movements. Forward and back, and dropping your hands to your thighs. All right. You're going to lift a knee, raising it as high as feels okay. You can take your hands and interlace your fingers behind it for support to keep that leg up, and make a circle motion like you're stirring a pot. Going in one way, again, as big a circle as you can do, and then go the other way. And halt in the center and rotate your ankle, something we don't always do a whole lot of. Our wrists get a lot more motion than our ankles. And then wiggle your toes. switching legs. Putting one down, make sure you're steady. Stir your pot one way, and then the other way. And holding steady in the center, moving that ankle around a bit. And wiggling your toes. And let that go. So we're going to do a little bit more breathing. We're going to do a breath called an Ujjayi breath. So this is one, so you can hold up your hand. And you know when you are fogging up a mirror or glasses or anything like that, so you go, and you can feel it in your hand, right? It's that kind of a breath. So we're going to practice this a little bit. We're going to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth, right? One more time. Inhale and exhale. This time, we're going to inhale through the nose, but we're going to exhale through the nose, okay? Inhale and exhale. And you feel it in your chest and in your belly. Almost a Darth Vader kind of thing going on. Do that again. Keep breathing. One more. All right, let that go. Release that. From here, we're going to sweep our hands up overhead and palms come together. Draw them down through heart center, pushing them at each other. Release at the bottom, let them go. Sweep up, combing through the air as we rise. Coming back down, keeping a bend in your elbows, pushing and letting go. Once more, lifting up, drawing back down, and letting that go. We're going to take, bringing your one hand over to the one side, and your other hand can come on your thigh, and they're all both going to be on the same side. You're going to take an inhale and rotate over to the one side where your hands are, and exhale. Holding here for a couple of breaths. And release, come back to center, switching the sides where your hands are on. Inhale and exhale. Letting it all go. And slowly come back to center. So our body is centered, and we are going to be moving our eyes last. So we're going to start. You're going to take an inhale and an exhale. And on your next inhale, you're going to move your nose over towards the one side and let your eyes follow. Let them be last, okay? Exhale. As you move your nose and bring your eyes with you last. Taking 2 breaths, and then come back to center, and again, let your eyes be last. Okay, we're going to do it on the other side now. Inhale, send your nose there first, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Letting that go. Okay, so begin to lower your one ear towards the one shoulder, into chest, other ear towards the other shoulder, into chest. And keep moving. So inhale, chin to chest, exhale, one ear to a shoulder, inhale, chin to chest, exhale. Just be gentle with yourself. There's no rush. Taking care. One way. Once more, both sides. And as chin comes to chest, bring your head back up in center. All right. So now we're going to sweep our hands overhead. Palms are going to face forward. Bend your elbows, opening your heart wide, cactus arms. Push your arms away from your body. Draw your elbows in. Lift up. Bend your elbows. Push away from you, coming back. Rise up. Bending your elbows, pushing away. One more time. Lift. Open. Push. And draw in. Dropping your hands down to your sides. And we're going to take a wider stance here. You're going to bring your hands to your knees. Inhale and fold forward and just breathe. You can look down if you like. If that's not feeling good for you today, look forward. Sometimes looking down is not the ideal. Take a breath here. And begin to rise up. Hands are going to sweep overhead. Palms are going to come together, drawing down to heart center. Okay? Inhale, so strengthening your core. And you're going to rotate over one knee. Exhale. Let it go. Your hands are together. Take 2 breaths. And come back to center. Okay, let that go. Inhale. And exhale. Sweep your hands overhead, drawing them back down. Take an inhale. And an exhale. One more inhale. And rotate over the other knee. And just take a couple of breaths. Any kind of a twist that we're doing here is always good for digestion. So you're always doing a good thing. And let that go. Come back to center. And release. Bring your hands down. Walk your feet back in. And we're going to get up from our chair. So make your way up to standing. And you're going to come behind your chair. So I'm going to switch my chair so you can see me a little bit better. We're going to start with your ball. Okay? You're going to put that ball down. You're going to hang on to your chair. You're going to take one foot. And one foot steady on the ground. The other one, you're going to start on your toes. And you're just making circles, okay? Circles, starting on the toes, top of the toe bed. And then you start to move that ball down a little bit more, pushing into it. And it's going to release the fascia. It's going to soften that up. So you just keep going from here. And keep working that ball down. So it gets down to the middle of the foot, near your arch. Trying to control the ball as best you can. Sometimes it seems like it has its own mind. You just do your best. And then down towards the heel, right? Digging in towards the heel, pushing as much as you can, as much as works for you. And then let that one go. We're going to switch sides. And so make sure your other foot is steady. Whoa, come back here. And just run across your toes. You're hanging on for support. Making circles, pushing in as much as you can. And working that ball all the way down. Making those circles until you've made your way down to the heel, right? Pushing in. And sometimes it feels really good when that ball pushes back at you. Okay. And once you've made it to the heel, just let that go and push it aside so it doesn't interfere with the rest of what we're doing, because that was all we needed it for. So as we come into standing, when we sat, we had a mountain pose. Standing, we have a mountain pose as well. And when we're doing our standing series, this is where you can come back to. So you're behind your chair. You can hang on if you like. But this is just a standing mountain pose. So your feet are underneath your hips, and your hands are at your side. Your shoulders are relaxed. If you're behind your chair, you may hold on with one or both hands. whatever feels best for you. I know sometimes when if you're feeling a little wobbly or dizzy, you want to hang on to that chair, and that's okay. That's what it's here for today. Just to feel supported and breathe. As you exhale and inhale, and knowing that you can come here anytime throughout our practice. Inhale and exhale. Steady breath. Wonderful. Noticing how your feet feel, your toes, your heels, sides of your feet. All good. All right. So now we're going to move into a tree pose, and you're going to be by your chair. I have my assistant Maggie, who always helps me when I'm doing yoga. You're going to put all your weight into your one leg. You're going to bend your other knee, and you're going to rotate that leg out. And you're going to draw that heel into your leg. So you can choose to hang on, don't hang on, or hang on with both hands. So I'm just going to do it this way so you can see. And you can have your toes touching the ground. You can come back up a little bit more. And just breathe. If you've let go with one hand, maybe you're holding your hip. And this is all about the balance, right? Sometimes our body forgets to balance. When we're kids, we were bouncing around and we're always hopscotch and everything else. And as we mature, we don't do that so much anymore. So our body forgets it's supposed to do that. So we balance. All right. Bring that one knee forward and lower your foot down. Lift your weight, bend your knee, rotate, and come to the other side. And it might look different, okay? And as you're pushing in, don't push in on your knee. Just, the middle of your calf, your shin is okay. Lower is good. Higher is good if you've got it in you, but not your knee. Be gentle with your joints. And just breathe. Taking that time. Steady with your breath. And lower your foot down. Let that go. All right. So we're starting behind our chair. Okay. You got both hands on there. And we are going to bring your one foot is going to be a little bit closer. Your other foot is back. And the other foot is going to be at a 90-degree angle. So if you had a yoga mat like I do, it would be parallel to the back of your mat. And your other knee is going to have a bit of a bend into it, okay? The one that's facing the chair. You're going to start with both your hands on that chair, and you're just going to bend. And you might hang on with both. You might let go with one. And if you're going to let go with one, make sure it's the opposite of whatever leg is bent in. So that'll offer you a bit more stability. Reaching forward. You might let go with both if you're feeling strong, knowing that that chair is right there, okay? So choose your variation. Taking a breath. And bring your back, so your back leg, your hand is going to the back. So whatever foot you've got at the back, that hand's going back. You can hang on with the chair. Coming into a warrior 2 variation, maybe you let go, or you might hold on. Just breathe. Your palm comes to the side, your thumb rises. Inhale and lift up, reach up. You're going to straighten up this knee a little bit, and you can hold on to your chair just for support. You can look forward, right ahead. Come back. Bringing that back hand to your back thigh and let go. If you feel okay, you can hold on and just look forward. Taking a breath. Letting your hands come back to the chair. Twist and step forward. Let both feet meet. And now you're going to send the other foot back. So, right, 90-degree angle, bending into your chair, choosing to let go of one hand. Both hands are hanging on tight. And just make sure you're balanced. Steady breath. Inhale. And exhale. And as you're ready, bringing your back hand to the back. Finding a warrior two, whatever your variation looks like. And if that chair is giving you support and you're comfortable, hold on. Taking a couple of breaths. When you're ready, your back thumb rises to the sky and you lift, reaching up. Take a couple of breaths here. Coming back up to standing, bringing your back hand to your leg, and your hand rises in front of your face for Exalted Warrior. Just breathe. Bring your hands back down to the chair so you're steady. Step forward. Bring your feet together. All right. So now we're going to go back to seated. I'm going to move my chair back. And as I move my chair back, I make sure I've got at least 2 feet on that mat. And I'm going to come back to seated. And I'm in the middle of my chair. I'm going to point my toes and extend my feet down. So my feet are touching the ground. And you're just going to reach forward, reach for your toes, however far you get. Maybe you're going to your knees today. Maybe that reach is just not happening for you today, and that's okay. And then just imagine that you've reached your toes, feeling that stretch in your back body. And slowly begin to rise up, bringing your feet back, lifting one knee and crossing it over. If that does not work for you today, cross your ankles or bring your one foot on its side. Any variation to having your feet flat changes everything up. So we're going to start, I'll demonstrate this one here. So whatever your variation, you're taking inhale and fold forward over your legs. Exhale, letting it go. Taking a couple of breaths. And begin to rise up. If you can, cross your legs over. Your hands come onto the back of the chair, onto the side. Inhale and twist. Feeling that twist in your sacrum, your spine. Exhale, letting it go. Let your hands go, come back to center, and moving to the other side. Choose your variation, might be different. Inhale, once you've got your feet in place, exhale and fold forward. And let that go. Begin to rise up. And if you've crossed your knee over, cross it all the way or stay here. Bringing your hands over to the other side. Inhale and twist. Exhale. Take a couple of breaths. Coming back to center, unraveling your legs and letting your knees go side to side like windshield wipers. Always need some love. All right, let's let that go. So we're going to extend one hand forward and bring your thumb to center, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, small finger. Thumb, index, middle, ring, and small. Thumb, index, middle, ring, and small. Switching hands. Thumb, index, middle, ring, and small. Thumb, index, middle, ring, and small. Thumb, index, middle, ring, and small. Switching hands, fingers pointing up, taking your other hand and just pulling back. Keep a bend in your elbows. Don't lock them up. A little bit of a stretch and lower down. Just pulling back a little bit. And switching hands up and lowering down. Letting that go. Take your hands and just shake them out, rotate. Let it all go as we wiggle. And we're going to make our way into final Shavasana. Slide back on your chair, resting your hands on your thighs. Your feet are flat on the ground. Palms are up, facing up or down. Maybe down. And just breathe. Relax your shoulders. Settle your hips. Your feet are flat and supportive. And breathe. Inhale. And exhale. You might close your eyes here if you're feeling calm, relaxed. Find a spot with it for a dull gaze if that's better for you. You just want to calm, relax, take a little time and breathe. Letting everything go. Nothing else to worry about. Feeling calm. Feeling relaxed. Just noticing your breath. Taking deep breaths and letting it go. And if your mind wanders, because we're often so busy and have so many things that we've got to try and keep track of, just let them go. Just focus on that breath. And do a bit of a mental body scan. So imagine your right shoulder, your right upper arm, your forearm, right thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, small finger, your right hand, right thigh, shin, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and small toe. Your left foot, your left big toe, small toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and small toe. Then your left thigh, your left arm, thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, middle finger, ring finger, small finger. Your forearm, upper arm. Think of your hips, your core, your ribs, your neck, back of your head, crown, and forehead. Just imagining all your body parts. And just hearing my voice, counting from 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking a couple of full breaths in and out. And on your third breath, come back from Shavasana. Maybe move your fingers a little bit, your wrists, wiggle your toes. As you're ready, sweep your arms up overhead. Bring your hands together, Anjali Mudra, heart center. Bow your head, look up, and smile. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for letting me be your guide. And I hope to see you again in our chair, Yoga for Parkinson's. Have a great day. Bye now.